Well, it's about 7 in the morning and it's just too foggy. But you see that flat, or that little hilltop right there, just above the blades. There's a ridge right there. We built a pad there about 4 days ago, and they want another one up there. But we need the engineer to come with us and tell us the approximate area where he wants to pad. So waiting for him, because that's plan B. Because plan A is up that valley and just a wall of white all the way down to the tree line down there. So we're waiting for the engineer, and when he gets here and it's still looking good, we're gonna fly up to that pad. That's just, the rotor blades are in the way. Yeah, right up there. So I'm just getting ready, just because I'm already out here. And it's a first aid kit. Here's my axe that I made a couple days ago in camp out of yellow cedar, except I got a big knot right there. But we'll see how long it lasts. And then I switched saws because my other saw had that broken muffler. Here's a stock muffler, except I took the screen out to get better airflow. I just punched it in, better airflow. And then of course we can't go to work without the PowerWedge. See, it even says PowerWedge. So you know it's good. Woodboss, woodboss.ca. Yeah, she's a beauty, that one. So hopefully we'll get to work today and make some money. Yeah, it's supposed to get better in the evening, so that's what's forecast to do. So I'm hoping that it'll get better actually a little earlier, so we can at least get the day in and make a pad. Pad's always fun. I like making heli pads. It's different every time, you know, checking out new spots, and yeah, it's just different than just following trees all the time. It's kind of fun. So hopefully I can continue this video today and we'll build another pad. Okay, so I got on the hill. It's like 10:30, late start again, but I cleared up and we're not doing pads. We're not doing a pad today. Change of plans. We're going into a small little satellite block, and it's going to be a double up show. And my partner there, this is his block, so he knows what's going on. His saw is already at the low point, so he's going to do the first tank, and then I'll do the next tank. But I can see why this block is such a small block, even though it looks really good. Look at all that big wood. Nice walking, pretty clean ground. Scattered blowdown, all hemlock blowdown around here. And the reason we're not taking all this, like this is all out of bounds, even though it looks really nice cutting, because it's all hemlock. And even the bigger hemlock is not that great of value, so it's not worth flying it off the hill, which means there's no point cutting it. But down below, along the bluff, because right down the edge there, just the bottom, those trees down there, that's on the edge of a bluff. And the bluff drops down to a old conventional block that's got all regen down there. And that conventional block goes down the valley bottom. So we're not that far from an old road down there, but we're cliffed out. So I don't think we'd be able to hike down if we got fogged out. And you can see there's a bunch of nice cedars been felled in the buck down there. Really nice. So yeah, it's just one of those days. Doubling up can be kind of boring because you got to wait your turn. You know, doubling up means only one guy can cut at a time, but there's got to be two guys on the job site, because a guy can't be by himself because the job is so dangerous and we're so far from the hospital that someone got hurt. You need to have someone to render first aid within 10 minutes. So you can't be working any closer than 2 tree lengths, and also you can't be any farther than a 10-minute walk from your partner. So in a satellite block like this, the block is too small to have 2 guys working, because we'd be close to 2 tree lengths, especially when you're finishing up a block, because there's only a little bit left, right? And then, so we got to double up because we can't go any farther than that because the block's so small. So one guy has to wait take their turn. We have to alternate back and forth, tank for tank. So yeah, and I didn't bring my thermos because it's summer. But even in the summer, you know, I get these pretty cool days. If it's real foggy and rainy and you're just standing around, then you kind of cool down quite a bit. But I'm dry. It's been raining all last night, all this morning, but it stopped raining now. The bush is wet, but it's pretty clean ground, like I say. So I don't think it'll be anything too interesting. I might just add this clip in tomorrow's video, or the filming of tomorrow. And sometimes I can get like one video in a day, sometimes a couple days. You know, sometimes I'll only film one tree that, you know, for a whole day of work, I'll just film like one tree. Because sometimes, a lot of times actually, it's not really that interesting. You know, a lot of the trees are pretty uneventful, so I only like to film the real interesting stuff. Okay, see you guys the next interesting tree. But first, I'll just turn the camera around and I'll show you what it looks like looking up the hill here. I can see like a good 300 feet up the hill. I can see way up there. There's fog in the trees up there. It looks cool. Way up there. See the fog slowly moving through the trees there? Hey, that looks cool. So my partner, he's working on the cedar here, but if you look up, there's a big slab starting to break off, and it's on the same side as the undercut. So he's got to be careful that slab doesn't peel away while he's in the undercut. So I can see he's kind of assessing the tree here, figuring out what the best avenue to cut this thing. You see he's looking up. Oh no, what's he doing? Oh, he's getting another tree. Oh, I guess there's a tree behind this one here that I didn't see. Anyway, I want to get that one in slow-mo when he falls that one. Because he fell another one, I don't know, 5 minutes ago. It crashed right there, and I didn't have my camera out, and it would have been a wicked slow-mo. Oh, it would have been so awesome. So when he falls this big cedar here, I'll try to get that one in the slow-mo. I can't see the one he's cut right now. Must be a little one. Anyway, I'll turn the cam back on for that slow-mo. Not quite hard enough. Guess there's a lot more to cut up there in the big one. And there we go. The double up is done. You can tell this is a small little satellite block, hey? Look at, it's only like 5 tree lengths across, 5-6 tree lengths across. Doesn't go up very high from the top to the bottom. And then right over here, right off this stump, there's a cliff. There's a cliff edge, runs all along right here, down and around. Pretty nerve-wracking. Look at those stumps right on the edge of that cliff there. That would have been nerve-wracking. Standing right on the edge. Drops off pretty far. And then way down there's a road. Old road. We're flying the wood to that road, that's what we'll be doing. And that river down there, it's quite loud. I can hear it quite easily. Must be a series of little waterfalls, that's why it's so loud. Yeah, turned out to be a good day. Okay, so it's the next day. And we're in a satellite block, and we're cutting trail down from the pad. I'm ribbiting out, partner's cutting the trail. And like I say, a satellite block, so it's real small, so it looks like we're gonna have to double up the whole time. It's unfortunate, but I only got a couple days and my shift's over. But it's forests like this, areas like this that make me love my job. One of the reasons. It's so nice out here. We're right near the top, the pad is right near the top of a ridge. So we're really high up in elevation right now. I think we're like 1,800 feet. So high for around here anyway. Really nice. We got a little bit of fog over there. A bit of mist. It's a mist coming through the trees. It's pretty cool. So we just got to keep an eye out for if it gets too thick. It's pretty bright above us right now. Still pretty early in the morning. Everything's nice and green and lush, but wet. And I'm soaked already, hiking through this wet bush and sweating. So I think he's at the bottom. I'm not sure. So like I say, it's doubling up. So I didn't bring my sweater because when it's my turn to wait and my partner's turn to cut, well, I'm gonna be standing around freezing. So I looked like it's gonna be a nice sunny day and I thought it'd be nice and warm, but I misjudged. But at least I got my raincoat, so smart enough to bring my raincoat. So. Yeah. All right. And the trees here are small. You know, like 3 feet's the biggest. So 3 feet's the biggest, yeah. So the wood's not that big here. And it's kind of short. It's gonna be an easy couple days. Easy and kind of boring, really. But oh well, you can't have always big pipes every day. You can't have big monster trees every day, but that's where it goes. I think I'll pack in my little saw tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you here in a bit. But first, I'll just pan around so you guys can see what I'm looking at. There's a pad up there. You got some yellow cedar right here. You got some red cedar over there. And we got hemlock right there. Oh, yeah, and that's a balsam. So there's a hemlock, it's a balsam. There's another balsam. Balsam generally has more moss on it. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a whole bunch of moss on the left side of that tree there. Bright green moss. And hemlocks don't usually have a whole lot of moss like that growing on them. Like, look at that. Bunch of moss on that balsam right there. So it kind of makes it easy to identify. Look at that one. Tons of moss on the high side there. So you know that's a balsam. I think he's at the bottom now. I'll go pack the fuel down there for him. And then he can start the first tank.